Alright, how about now? Are we working now? Can everyone hear me? See my screen? Do a thing? Anybody? There we go. I think we're working finally. Sorry about that. I've, I've been having all sorts of internet issues, and I don't even have a camera tonight because of these internet issues. My camera connects via Wi-Fi, and it looks like there's some IP conflicts and all that fun stuff that I should have probably tested much sooner, but I didn't. So, faceless me tonight. Sorry about that, but I hope we can still have a bit of fun tonight. I said I was gonna stream, so I'm gonna stream. Welcome everyone, and it feels really bad not having camera. Let's just put it that way. It throws off my groove. But anyways, tonight I'm not really sure what I want to work on tonight. I think overall, just in general, I'm going to do some more art. I've been in the mood to work on art mostly, to be quite honest. I do a lot of coding off camera, and I'll show you real quick before I start drawing what I've been working on over the last little week here. It feels like I haven't streamed in like a month, even though I know I streamed last week, just like I always would. But I don't know why, it just feels like it's been forever since I've actually worked on TetraForce. So yeah, I'm really excited to be able to work this weekend on it. And I've made some pretty good progress, so hopefully everyone can hear me okay. It looks like my mic is working. Yeah, alright. So I've been working on the drowning of the player. So like eventually if you have an item, you'll be able to swim. But right now I'm just gonna have it so that the player falls into the water. So as you can see here, oh, is it just not gonna work now? It was working. Ha! What did I do? How did it break in that? Oh, you know what? I'm being silly. This is an old version. This is the January version. I was testing a bug. Hold on here. This is the newer version. I swear it'll work much nicer now. Sorry, I guess the music's kind of loud probably. Volume mixer. Let's. As lovely as this music is, it conflicts with my background music. Okay, so let's try this again. So when you jump in the water, you sploosh. And there's actually, you know what? Let's turn on the sound. Where is that again? So there's a nice little bloop sound effect when you fall in. So let's hear that. There we go. Hopefully everyone could hear that okay. I might turn it up a little bit. It is kind of quiet, but yeah. So this is what I've been working on. I noticed a bug though that wasn't present before we updated our Godot version. So that's unfortunate. Here, let me. Oh, wrong direction. Sorry. And let's turn that back on. So there is a bug, and I might as well show it. Why not? Since I don't have any agenda tonight, where the player doesn't get networked properly. So let's go over here. So this player on my left here jumps in, but if you're looking on the right, make sure you're watching on the right hand side here. What happens when the player jumps? He gets all jittery. He doesn't properly animate. I thought that was something that I did wrong, but it turns out it's a bug that I think it's been present for a while, but I've never paid attention to it. So let's go. I'll show you guys what's going on here, and hopefully somebody knows what's going on here and can fix this problem. I think what happened is I think when we updated our Godot version, something changed with the way things are. This particular function is being called. It's a Godot function, and so again, if you're watching on the left here, I suppose watch. As the player just kind of drops down, they don't actually drop down until they're at the bottom. It doesn't animate nicely. So I believe it has something to do with this get physics process. I don't know why that's not networking. I know at one time it did. So I don't know how to fix that. I had an idea, but I don't. It's a really janky idea, and I don't even think it's gonna work. I'd really like to get Fornclick's opinion on the matter, um, because I think he might have some ideas. But it's a really strange thing because I know at one time this worked. It definitely worked, and it hasn't changed ever. So it's got to be the Godot update that changed this, and yeah. So hopefully we can figure that out because after that, I believe my water jumping in will work properly. At least in single player for now, it works pretty good. There is a small amount of jank sometimes, but I think that's just the way it uses a similar code to how the holes work, and so it doesn't always find a perfect center. But it's working pretty good. I'm happy with it, and it doesn't seem to break. I'm sure somebody will find a way to break it, but hopefully it's pretty solid that a casual player doesn't find anything wrong. So yeah, that's what I've been working on over the last weekend and this weekend. I'm pretty much ready to call it done. Again, if I can solve that one bug issue before I commit this, that would be fantastic, but I'll have to ask some people for some help there, because there's definitely no way I'm going to be able to figure that out without a lot of strife and effort. So I hope somebody already just has a solution to that. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, is there anything else I want to show you guys? Let me think about this for a second. I'm just going to go to GitHub. I'll pull it up on the screen here in just a moment. One moment. GitHub. Please go. Yeah, and again, I really apologize for not having the... I mean, I know you guys probably don't care if you see my face or not, but it just feels like more personal when I can actually look at you guys through the camera, essentially. I'll try and get that fixed for next week. And hopefully my internet in general is fixed next week. Where was I going? No, I was in the right spot. Milestones. Okay. So, oops. Okay, so I did a bunch of milestone 6 stuff. There's a bunch of bugs here with the dialogue. I actually was able to fix that, and I actually will have PvP toggle implemented soon too. So the PvP toggle, I guess I can show that too, because that's an easy way to. That's an easy thing to. It's an easy thing to... Sorry, my dog wanted my attention. To show off. So, okay, so right now, all it is a variable in our global state here. So if it's true, obviously PvP will be turned on, which we're all familiar with. We've had some PvP tournaments. Here, and I'll just show it off real quick, just for the sake of it. So right now, yeah, you can hurt each other as players. Yep. We all know that. And that's been the default state, and that will actually remain the default state, kind of like how Minecraft does. But if you change this to false, now it'll be disabled. And so I just need that to be implemented into the UI, which is actually in here, right here. But it doesn't do anything right now, because Joseph Beazon that actually coded this, I don't quite know what he did to make this beautiful. So I want it to be the same code. So I'm just waiting for him to have some time to work on that. But anyways, if we host and connect... Oops, did I do something weird? Maybe? Host, join. I don't know what I did there. I must have misclicked. Sorry about that. And so, yeah, now there is no longer multiplayer. PvP. So yeah, that is kind of a nice little feature that will be added in shortly here, just in case you actually want to play with your friends rather than beat up your friends. That is going to be in soon. So that's kind of exciting. Oops. I pushed too many things. So let's turn that back. True. So yeah, that's kind of one of the things I did last weekend as well. And again, you guys let me know if I'm too quiet. Hopefully my settings are good. I didn't change anything, but I'm really leery now just because my internet sucked. Okay, so those are some of the things I did. We're still in milestone 3, technically. it's kind of been a bad month as far as getting things done. I fell off of YouTube here 1 second. So I did fix this, the respawn animation network. That's also going to be fixed. I need to be working on the puzzle reset. As you can see, drowning is one of the other ones. So drowning is pretty much complete, minus that potential bug. That might still be... This might still get pushed even with that bug present. I'm hoping not, but that may be the case. Because it's not really something that I have done wrong with my code. It's just something that I don't know how to network properly because of how Godot changed in some way. So, yeah, that being said, this is basically done. And then next would be the puzzle reset. So the puzzle reset, the way that works, I don't know if I've got a description here so you can actually see. It's basically a way to reset the room. So in a classic like Zelda-like game, you just leave the room and come back. But because it's multiplayer, there will be instances where potentially a player gets stuck somewhere or whatever. So we need a way that we can actually just reset the dungeon as well. Or not necessarily the dungeon, but a zone. So like a particular room. So there's going to be an actual item that allows you to do that. If anyone's ever played... Oh, hey, Josh. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Sorry there's no camera tonight. But yeah, as I was saying, the reset zones will allow you to reset the puzzles and that sort of thing. I still am a little worried when I think about it, because if a player pushes a bunch of blocks and then... let's say another player resets the room. If that player is in the middle of that puzzle, it could potentially get them stuck. And so I wonder if you almost have to like teleport all players to the entrance or something to that effect. So I'm not too sure yet. That one's a little bit of a gray area. This one's going to probably be pretty complicated and hard. So I don't know, since it's already so late in the month, and we're already, as far as we are behind on this milestone, I don't know how far this will get. But I'll give it an honest go, and I'll get started on it. But unfortunately, there's a lot going on here. Like, we still have to work on a mini-boss, and as I was saying, I believe in the last stream, I don't know if we'll start with the dead captain. Might start with the other mini-boss, which I think is in... milestone 4. Oh no, that's the main boss. I guess he's in the 5th one. Yeah, the cat thief leader. So, yeah, so I might work on this guy next. And I think that's what I'm going to work on tonight, is this guy's sprite. Or girl sprite. We decided it's a girl cat thief leader. So, you know what it makes me think of, even though she wasn't a thief, she makes me think of, oh gosh. Treasure Planet and the captain. And captain, what was her name? Captain Amelia?
Amelia.
Yeah, it was Amelia. Yeah, that's so. I'm gonna draw inspiration from that. And thankfully, there's all not bad pictures here. They're all actually good pictures of her. Oh, that's a really cool cosplay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to draw inspiration from her, and even though ours is sort of a villain, I want her to kind of draw inspiration from that, which is difficult to do in 16 by 16 pixels, so we'll see. But yeah, so let's get started on that. I'm going to make her slightly larger than 16 by 16 though, I think, because most of the bosses will be larger in size. And I think I'm going to just start from hello? There it goes. I think I'm just going to start from scratch tonight. Let's see, what should I try and go for? I think the width is fine. I just want it a little bit taller. My goodness, my puppy just wants my attention so bad right now. Let's see here. Let's go with I don't know. Let's start with 20. It doesn't have to be that tall. Oh goodness, dog. I'm sorry. I can't. Ooh, I like this music. Okay, so I'm gonna try and split my screen on the other thing here, so just bear with me. There we go. I just wanted some reference to what I'm working on here. Let's see. What would be a good picture to use? You know what? This is being silly. There we go. Okay, we're ready now. Let's see. Okay. Blocking things out. We'll start with our front view like usual. Oh. It kind of sounds like dungeon music, and then at the same time it sounds like Mario. Mario. Don't worry about that. I'll just put 2 beady eyes there for now. It looks like my bat so far. That's okay. We'll figure this out. Try and not make it too muddy here. Do 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 do. It's like I've heard this song before, but I haven't. I'm really hoping with this sprite. We don't really have cinematics of any kind in our game, and there probably won't be for the demo. Maybe some very, very light cinematic-y stuff. Kind of like how I did, if you saw the cannons. Stuff like that, sort of. But nothing too much more extreme than that. But I'm really hoping that once I move on to the actual game, I'll get to do all sorts of fun animations and stuff like that. My YouTube just did a weird thing there. That's okay. I want to see. Kind of give myself some ideas here. I wonder if I should make the head larger. That would make more sense. I'm just playing with it, so we'll see. I don't know how what will turn out of this. So I'm not using any reference to anything other than Disney. I don't want to rely too much on like other sources. I want to make sure over time now I've had the game kind of take on its own style, and I want to make sure I'm trying to stay true to that style. That's kind of looking cool. No worries, Tom. I've barely done anything exciting so far. I'm just starting. It does look like a mouse. It's supposed to be a cat, so hopefully I can make it look less like a mouse man. Oh. Did we lose me? Am I still good? Everyone still hear me? See me? Are we okay? Is it OBS disconnected? But YouTube doesn't say it crashed. Say hi if you can hear me and I'm alive. Am I good still? Thank you. Silly OBS. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what OBS was doing there. It said it disconnected. I wonder. Let's see. Open. Where's the thief cat? I just want to reference the thief cat for a second here. Entities. Enemies. I still need to name the thief cat. It needs to be something else. She does look like a mouse, though. I don't like that. Let's start with that. I'll change the structure of her face, and I think that'll help. I don't think her ears are bad, but maybe that's part of the problem too. Now she looks kind of like a goblin. Goblin kitty. It'll be fun when I can make sprites that are 32 by 32 again. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Less on the side, right? Let's do that. That's a good point. Can I get away with making him look like Mickey Mouse ears? Do I want to go larger than 20 by 20? Or 20 by 16? Hold on here. Let's try it. I want her to look good, so I'm willing to break the canvas structure. How many pixels do I need? Let's try 22. Or she could just have no ears. She looks like a bird. Oh. Sorry, just thinking for a second here. That is looking better. I don't know if she looks like a cat though. And I want her to. I need to try and figure out a way to make her kind of look more feminine in a way. Oops. Let's make the shoulders maybe. That is starting to look a lot better. If I, oops. Do that. Let's move. I'm gonna try this first and see if I like it. I think our ears are too big now. If I go this route. Let's make them smaller. There. Do I need, oops. She almost looks sad now. It's too. Her head is too square. Back it up a little bit here. It's definitely looking more cat-like now. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna pull up. I had Amelia on my computer here, but I'll pull up on my phone. So that way I've got it in front of me. There we go. Where can I put that? Right there. So I kind of want her to have a hat. If I can accomplish that, then we'll be laughing. Ugh, just realized. Gosh dang. Now it looks like she has hair. Probably because of the color, though. I mean, it'll take a little bit more than that, but yeah, we could try and do some whiskers. Well, see, that was a whiskers are skinny, and all I got is pixels. See, this guy I kind of made have fangs. I don't know if adding fangs to her will help. I don't think it does. Doesn't seem to help, unfortunately. Let's see if I can make this even look good. So this is the darker color. I just want to scribble on it. It still kind of looks like she has hair, sort of. I was thinking it's gonna be well, if you look up I don't remember what they're actually called. Amelia from, I wish I had my camera here. Amelia from the Treasure Planet. She's got like one of those captain's hats. I wanted to do something similar to that. And proving to be an interesting challenge. I think from the side it would be more obvious, but from the front it's a little bit tough to tell. I'll leave it alone for a second. I'll come back to it. I want to see if I can get some of these other things figured out here. She already has more colors than little sprites too. Cause he's got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she is starting to look more cat-like now. Thankfully. You never really know it until you start like really pushing it around to make it work. I wish I had kind of a I could like make it darker yellow, but I don't want to get too detailed. It would really help with the sprite though. Like, see, that makes such a difference just adding that. I don't even know if I want the hat. I feel like the hat's not helping anything. I might just try and do something else. I'm gonna also again, I want to try and Like, not have too many of the colors going on. Honestly, that's not bad. Even just that alone, I can put those back. I really don't think she needs to be more than that. I can probably not square off her shoulders too. Yeah, honestly, like there's a Hello Kitty pixel art. Yeah, let's do that. 1 second here. Oops, I don't want to show that part. Hold on. Hello Kitty pixel. I'll bring it over in just a sec. Let's find something that's I want to make sure what I'm finding is safe to show. You know, everything's huge. Everything is huge. You know, okay, I can't show that. I can't show that on YouTube. So let's I'll show you what they're doing though. They're having pixels out like here. Can I make that look good? What do you think? Does that add anything? Adding whiskers on the side of the face like that? That's what they're showing. She could have a bow, maybe. I don't mind the whiskers. I think that's fine. And can I get away with a bow of some sort? Why is it not symmetrical? Is she just not symmetrical? Did I... Oh no. I think we're good. I could probably make that work. Just so that she's got something. You know what we can do? Well, let me try. I'll see. Oh yeah, let's try it. You're right. I've got white. Let's try it. Or just want to do this. No, I need that. No, that might stand out too much. That is a lot of contrast. Hold on, let me think for a sec. What if we were to do... No. Gosh. Oh. I feel like a gray would be fine. I don't like how these converge. They'd be better if they were like that, you know? Let's try white real quick, like this. They look like they don't look like whiskers when I do that. I might just have to stay like that. Ah, white whiskers is a good idea though. You know what? I'll leave it for now, but like I'll see what it looks like in game. If I need to, if I can, I'll change it. But I'll leave it for now. Yeah. I think mine can. Okay, let's try that real quick first. You're right. Let's try white whiskers here. I don't want to make it too muddy, but we'll try. That's not awful. I don't mind that. Okay, well, I'll leave that. No? No?
Looks like it's thermal.
My wife is telling me it looks like not what it is. This does make it more clear, right? Oops. She could still have fangs like the other cats. I don't know. Nah. I'm getting overzealous. I think the more simple, the better for her. What I think though, on the side, and we'll try. I don't know if I can give her like a ponytail thing going on. That'd be cool if I can manage that. Let's. Okay, so 16 times 4 is 64. Yeah. So let's now I wonder. No, I mean, it'd be safe. So I was thinking of whether just doing the one side again and then having the mirroring thing going on. I don't know. I'm gonna play it safe and all. I mean, I'll still be mirroring it here, but I'll make it as a sprite sheet. Got some pretty nice music going on. Oops. Maybe make this just a touch longer. This is pretty square. And then she needs a tail. I should try and get the tail in here too, though. Tail. Does it need to be over more? Probably. Oops. Or even down lower, maybe. Try that. No. There we go. She looks pretty good from behind already. I think I can work on the bow a bit, though. Oops. I totally didn't want that. I put a W. I think it's square because of those. If I get rid of that, is that doing anything? No, that's fine. Let's get rid of those. Oops. Wrong key again. Try and do this. I suppose I should technically have this on this side. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of it over here. There, actually, I think she's coming along quite nicely. I'm wondering, give her a unibrow. Actually, that helped. No. Too much. There we go. Now we just have to do the sides. Let me see here. How to best accomplish that. Let's I have to make her look like not like a mouse from the side. Da, da, da. Should I get rid of her horn? Thank you, Tom. So I can try and have the whiskers on the side of her face here. Maybe those will look better as white. I have to wait and see. That's true. There's like those really fluffy white cats over there that have like the scrunched up face. They're almost like the pugs of the cat world. I don't think she needs to have a very big nose, hey? I think she would be better as like she'd be more cute or whatever if I do that. So I will try that. I'm gonna have to play with it a bit. I'm not happy with the shape yet. Just trying to get it kind of blocked out. See, like right now she looks really square. Anyways. Kind of want like to get her ponytail figured out here. And it makes her head look really big actually compared to this. And I know that's partially because of that. Yeah, see, that looks a little bit more. I still have to block it out a little bit better, but it's the right size now, at least. Let's bring this that direction a little bit. Have to make sure I leave enough room for the tail, right? So right now her feet look peculiar. Got some Mario music going on. I was just talking about Mario. She's got a stick coming out of her rear. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'm not. This is bothering me too much, so it's distracting me. Oh, I keep leaving it on my eraser tool. Oh, you know what? Like, probably what's bothering me is see, from the side it should look more like bipedal, right? Or not bipedal. Is that bipedal? I mean, yes and no. It's not the right word I was looking for. The side is proving to be more difficult. And now she looks pregnant. Whoops. Or it looks like she's wearing a dress. Either way, that's not accurate. I think I have to move the foot back a little bit. Yeah, they do have like that where their legs are. I have to get rid of that like pregnancy thing going on there though. No, keep misplacing it. No, whoops, now preggers. I guess that's what you get for a bunch of stray cats. She doesn't look happy about that. Thinking for a second. Oh, you know what I can do to help it? If I show her other leg. I think that'll make it too muddy looking. It kind of does. If I make it, that still makes it look like not great. I thought it'd help. It didn't. I think this will help though. Kind of. So like when the NPCs are on their side here, see they're like more exaggerated with their steps. I can probably do something to that degree with her. Again, I don't want to like make no room for her tail, because that's kind of what happened to the thief cat. His tail, this particular frame, his tail looks silly. But you know what? Like, I've got lots of room to move her over. So it's interesting. It's supposed to be top down, right? So it's almost supposed to be like, well, like any Zelda game, top down, obviously. But it's interesting that like the Link's Awakening sprites, the NPCs and players and all that, they almost look more like they're straight on. You know what I mean? Like they've got some angle to them, but it's not as exaggerated as you would expect it to be. When you start seeing a lot of the like later games, there's a lot more of that top down. But in the Game Boy style, there's some flatness to it still, and so you kind of have to, I guess, play it by ear to some degree and see what works. Because like if you like, they're very side, like it's very side oriented. It's not really top down at all when it comes to the players. So I've had kind of a hard mix between the two. And obviously she's no exception. She's very much like front-facing sort of idea. And so like, yeah, it bothers me a little bit that they're not as top-down. And I thought about trying to do more top-downy, but the style's kind of already been set with what everything else I've created, so I kind of left it alone. How do I feel about that? That's not awful. That looks a lot better. I wonder if I can kill this space. And what else if I kill this pixel? It's getting there. Oops, wrong tool again. Does she look pregnant now if I... No, that's not bad. Okay, I'm much happier with that. I do think, I didn't shade over here, but I think, that looks better. So she needs a tail still, but... I'm gonna move this bow back. I think. Her ear... oh, you know what? Her ear can be more forward. That's what I'm gonna do. I think her ear got moved too far back in this whole thing. in that whole exchange. Is that too messy now? Probably. Oh, that just fixed it right there. I got lucky. No. Is this pixel doing anything for me though? Keep wanting to get rid of that, but thank you, Tom. The sticker legs do look better. I still think I have to do that though. And then, so now I can do the tail, which I have lots of room now. Up? What direction should it go? Yeah, that worked. That was almost too easy. I almost feel like this should be... Yeah. I still have to work on her head a little bit here, but that's starting to look better. I need to make it so it... Oh, you know what? I'm missing her whiskers. That would help. Now, do I want the black whiskers to match what I had before? Yeah, I think I have to leave it black, otherwise it's gonna look... I don't know. The white doesn't look awful from the side, that's the problem. But then, what do I do about this? I wonder... I almost feel like if I do this, though, I have to make this not white. No. I'm just playing with it and see if I can get... I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know why? Because the whiskers are higher up here, but lower here. Really like how she looks from the front now, though. I don't want to mess with that. Let's just take a step back for a second here. That probably still works okay. I can make that work. Front whiskers. Let's see. Again, I'm running out of pixels here because they're black. Unless I bring her nose out more, but I don't think that'll help. Okay, let me just think for a second. If I... You know what? That's probably okay to do that. I want to try and fix... Her head seems really open here, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I think. The 3 dots, just in general, I think will be okay. Because this looks like she's got a stick in her mouth, and then like anywhere else up here looks bizarre. Though they're up higher here, I think it'll look weird if I do it up there. It would be better to do by her nose. Well, you know what? That's not awful. It fills that space. Okay, I'm happy with that. I do need to work on her head a little bit here, though, I think. I can bring down... I feel like this needs to come down, but I don't know if that's going to help. Let's see. No, that made it worse. Oops. I don't know why. I feel like this should be on the same level as this, but then it doesn't actually look good. I think what ends up happening is this makes it really flat looking. No, she's actually a mini boss. So she won't be playable. But you know what? Like once we have skins going, I would be totally okay with making her a playable skin at some point. Well, I think one of the biggest issues I'm gonna have is like skins like this are a different size than the 16 by 16. They don't fit the standard player sprite sheet, so I don't know how. I might have to like squish her down to be 16 by 16 somehow, which I might be able to manage. There's some room to squish her down. She'd look kind of very similar to these guys. Honestly, I might just take one of their bodies and take the same style of head and work with that. But yeah, I think it'd be really fun for sure to have a character playable like this. And I'm sure Click would like something like that too. But yeah, she's gonna have to have some unique animations for sure. For now, I'm just trying to get her to be as like a interactable NPC. Because Nodding is working on some dialogue with her, so I wanted her to be available to him when he's ready for that. Oops, oops, oops. Is that too much? That's too much. I was trying to get rid of some of the flatness. Let's Does that help? That helps. You can even go one step further, I think, by doing this. Oops, wrong tool again. There you go. She's looking. That's looking a lot more like a cat from the side. I will do my best to make cat sounds. I'll have to go find the neighbor's cat and do some recording and then somehow turn them into 8-bit noises. When I was working on the... It's so hard to make bubbles with 8-bit sounds. It is doable, but I'm just so inept at making good sound effects that trying to make the bubble sounds is so hard. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's starting to come along now. And you know what? To the color palette that I was kind of hoping for, because I didn't want to overdo the colors. Does that help at all? Nah, it's something. It's fine. But yeah, I'm so bad at making sound. I'm not a sound guy. I just am. I'm the pixel artist. Okay. We now have... I'm just thinking for a second here. I could start... So, see, the NPCs have 2 frames for each direction. I wonder if I should do that. What time are we at here? 1:15. I should move over 1 more pixel. There we go. So I know I said I was gonna like just flip her and have the 4 directions, but I think I'm just gonna actually go for this. So let's save her. Save as. We'll have to think of a name for her. I'm just gonna call her Amelia for now. There ain't no copyright against calling her Amelia. There's a good sound tool for Family Tracker to convert to 8-bit sounds. I'll have to look into that. Because, like, if I can find good sound effects that are, like, kind of what I'm after, and I can convert them to 8-bits, even if it's not the end sound effect in the game, at least so long as it sounds like what it's supposed to, I can have it in there. Until somebody can actually come along and make good sounds for me. Okay, so we need to double this. So canvas size is 80 or 128. So this is not going to be too difficult for me. I just basically have to... I say that, and then I'm going to struggle. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Never mind, I didn't struggle. Wrong tool. Whole leg. Let's move the whole leg. Do I want to do that instead? Pardon me. And then we duplicate that. I think so. I have to talk to Nodding and see what he wants to do because she technically gives the bow. So I think she's gonna actually have a bow. So when I animate her attacking, she'll probably have a bow in her hands. For now, obviously she's unequipped, but she will have some animations that are pretty awesome and show off the bow. She's kind of off center there. That's okay. But I think it would be cool if she had a claw attack too, actually. Maybe when she's like, so a lot of her stuff is like far range, so if the player were to be close, in order for her to get the player to kind of back off, she could swipe at them, and like it would have a knockback effect. I have more. I doubled it and I realized I didn't need to double it. Right? 2, 4, 6. Oh, he's got all directions. I guess I could do that too. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, okay. I struggled so much with those feet, and now I have to try and figure out how to make it. I'm liking this song too. It's very like town-esque. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Let's move this over, because that's going to be an issue in a sec. Yes. Technically, yes. Yeah, if your one arm goes forward, your leg goes back. Right? Or do they go the same? Now I'm getting confused. I'd have to run. It should be opposite. I'm almost positive it should be opposite. I guess I can sort of cheat this, right? it like that, so it actually looks. And then the tail, we will edit, put vertical. And then I'm gonna really bugger things up here. Now we gotta try and make this look good. I think oops, I keep doing that. Maybe. I think I moved this in one, but I think it should be out two. Maybe that's gonna look weird. Maybe. Hold on here. Yeah. I'll have to animate it and see how it actually turns out. Alright, let's animate this real quick because I don't know how I feel about that. So 16 by 22. Let's save as. I just wanted to save it as something separate. Full sprite. Oops. I was looking at A sprite and typing A sprite. Full sprite. Oops. Alt N, not Shift N. I am starting to get readjusted to A sprite, which is nice. I'm not making as many weird mistakes as I was. Oh, I gotta move that leg. It just looks static. Otherwise, I think it's not so bad. I feel like she does need a bob, though. Like, bob up and down. So let's do that. I gotta somehow make her look like proper foot at this smaller size. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, hold on. I realized that. Maybe. Let's try it. I thought I moved. Did I not move it? I didn't. Graphic scale? I used to try and use it. I haven't looked at it in a long time. I don't know what's different now. Hold on, I'm just looking it up now. I think before Sprite, it was definitely the only real good option. One of the things that I like about Sprite and programs like this is that if I were to rotate it, even though it's not perfect, it at least keeps pixels somewhat together and doesn't really mess with it, and it doesn't anti-alias it. So like things like Photoshop, it'll blur it if you rotate it, right? So at least programs like this I can rotate even if it's not perfect. It's a lot better than something like Photoshop. And I don't know, is graphic scale still free? Yeah, it is. So I mean, if you're not that Sprite's expensive, but if you don't have the cash and you don't want to try and compile Sprite, the free version of Sprite, then graphic scale you can definitely mess around with and play with. Again, I haven't used graphic scale in quite a few years, so I don't know how much better it is, but I did have some issues with it for sure when I was trying to use it. That looks much better. Do I want to just make this like that? No. It looks too boxy if I do that. I think I'll just leave it alone. Sorry to reiterate, like kind of where I was going with it. One thing I really like about Sprite, and I don't know if graphic scale has it, but if you can actually export sprite sheets. So for example, I've got multiple frames here, right? But if I want to actually export it as a sprite sheet, I can. So it'll show it. See, it actually shows you side by side, and that's super powerful and super nice to have when you're building out stuff like this. There's even ways of doing it with JSON data, which I have never used, but like that's something, man. Like that's really cool, and you can actually do it. There's lots of settings too where you can actually have different animations all along the same row, and you can sort it by the tags, which I don't have any tags right now, but I love that. Oh, is it right here? Oh no, it's because I don't have any. But anyways, there's a lot of really cool things with Sprite that I'm very happy with. And just makes it so much easier to work with sprite sheets and animations and stuff like that. There is a few small things with Sprite that I wish they'd upgrade. Like, for example, if you select something, you can't just put... Oh, sorry. It's not if you select something. If you just have the layer selected. So if you select something, you can move stuff with the keyboard. But without the selection, you can't actually move that layer. Which is a Photoshop thing, but I would really like that. It's not awful having to select what you want and move it that way. At least there is an option for it. I just realized that I have to move these here and this here. And then these we will flip horizontal. I guess it should be... Yeah. they have to do the same. So flat, flat. Oops. All right. So once I finish this back sprite, I think we'll call it a night. But let's finish this first. Whoa, didn't want that. What am I doing? It's gotta be. How I want it? I don't even know. I'm just trying to think of how I want to. This should be opposite, so this should be the one sticking out, but the tail's in the way. Let's just leave it at that and see what comes of it. This needs to get taken up though. I don't think I like that, to be quite honest. How does that look? We'll try animating it in just a sec here. Oh, and that's another thing that I like about Photoshop that this doesn't have. If you hold down Alt, see how it's doing the eyedropper, which is like Photoshop, but if you have a selection, you can actually duplicate the selection by holding Alt. And I don't think there is a setting for that in a sprite. If there is, I just haven't seen it, but I don't think there is. Alright, let's see if this animates okay. Let's just... I just need to do some of the feet so they actually move. Bless you. Alright, just sneezed. Should I try that? See if that does anything. Oops, wrong tool. Helps when I flip it, doesn't it? Not awful, but not quite. See, I don't know if that's going to help either. Nope. Nope, nope. Just straight up nope. It's because the tail is there and it's kind of messing it up. I think that'll be okay though, just taking off those pixels. She's got some sway to her. Totally not intentional, but I'll take it. Okay, so we're just going to remember what I changed. Did I move anything? Yeah, they're moved in. Right? 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 Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I think we're there. So there we have it. We have Amelia, our thief cat boss. I'll have to like do some concept art of her or something, so you can kind of see what I envision beyond the pixels. But that'll give us a good start. At least she can be interactive now once we get her in the game. I really wish she could have had a hat, but the bow looks nice at least. Get like fluffy tail, like she's angry, and like fluff out. If I can make it in pixels, perhaps. I just realized I could. Sorry. Before I no, that's fine. There we go. Maybe she could fluff out her tail somehow. She like gets super scary looking. Her eyes will turn red and everything. Awesome. So there we go. We have a thief cat. At least her idle / walking state all animated out. So I'll have to discuss with Nodding, as I said, and see what we're gonna do for actual animations. And I'll add to that, but we've got a really nice start to that. Thank you, Tom. Really appreciate it. I had fun making her, so I hope you enjoyed watching me make her. I hopefully will have my camera working again next week. And to anyone who's watching this after YouTube's and it's not live anymore, if you're curious about what we're doing, this is TetraForce, a top-down action adventure RPG. It's multiplayer. You could check out our website down in the description below and download it and play it. Give it a try yourself. Obviously, this new Lass will not be in the game just yet, but hopefully in a time near future. And yeah, I generally... Oh, thank you, Tom. Thank you for joining me and hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate you guys coming and talking, so it helps keep me going and motivated. So again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I generally am streaming every Friday. Tonight was Saturday just because I've been having some internet issues, as I was saying at the beginning of the video. So hopefully next week I got a camera and I'm on schedule and nothing goes crazy. But who knows? I don't ever know anymore. So, but you guys have a great night, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.